At this point in my and my client's experience, at the end of this interaction where we've come back to the inner child and taken responsibility for the level of upsetness of the inner critic, taken responsibility to set up a contract and a system going into the future so that everybody's ideas and feelings are going to be listened to, held, and taken action on, you should get the second wave of immense relief or a positive feeling. Because at this point, with the inner critic, we have started to create a secure relationship with it. And now with the inner child, with this last meeting, should result in a huge esteem boost, because now the inner child sees that we have its back and that we're changing how things go. We're going to pay attention to the criticisms and that kind of stuff, but it's not going to stop us from taking action on our dreams and on what we want. That we're going to have a new setup where we're going to listen to everybody, take things into consideration, and then continue to take action on what the inner child wants. And that should cause a feeling of safety, an esteem boost in their child, because it sees that we have its back in a really more profound and powerful way than how we were doing it before. And so I hope you're having that experience. If you are, awesome. If not, what I would say is I would go, either this framework is not for you and get your refund, or there's still more that the inner critic has to say. Because if there's a critical thing going on, if there's a judgmental critical thing going on, that's the inner critic talking. And so you may need to circle back and go back. It may require more time spent on the inner critic and its judgments. We may have cut it off too short, or it all of a sudden remembered some stuff that it forgot to complain about from the past. And suddenly it remembers, like, oh, I remember something. Remember when we were 10 and this happened, you know? It may have more to share. So complete that. Maybe go back and try completing it. If you can if you got that first wave of relief from listening to all of the inner critic's thoughts and feelings and statements, then go back and do that again. Get all of that out until the inner critic has no more. And it should be one of the first times the inner critic actually feels tired. Like, oh yeah, I can't think of any more to complain about. Like, I had a lot, but now it's done. And there'll be like a quietness because the inner critic for now, for probably a short time, hopefully a long time, but if you're like me, it's going to be more of a short time without criticism or judgment coming in. It's been exhausted. It's done. So if you're having criticism or judgment come up again, then go back and empty that out again, and then come back to inner child. Make sure, because it's going to hear all that stuff. Hold its emotions, listen to it, hold its emotions, thank it, and then reassure it that we still have its back. We're still going to take action on the dreams, even though there might be some dangers we need to be aware of. All right. That's the end of step 5.